All right, welcome back to another National PSI Real Estate Exam Prep. And today we're going to talk about sales contracts. And more specifically, we're going to go over 5 questions to which we think that you're going to see on the real estate exam with the explanations of why they are the answer. Question number 1. A purchase contract contains several personal property items and fixtures that will be transferred upon the sale of the property. Which of these is true? All personal property must be listed in the bill of sale to convey to the buyer. Fixtures are inherent to the property, connected to it, and are automatically transferred with the deed without the need for explicit listing. On the other hand, personal property must be explicitly mentioned in the bill of sale to be considered part of the sale. Question number 2. Whose signature is necessary for a signed offer to purchase real estate to become a contract? A buyer's and seller's. A signed offer includes the buyer's signature, but for it to become a ratified contract, signatures from both the buyer and the seller are required. Question number 3. In a standard sales contract, several words were crossed out or inserted by the parties to eliminate future controversy as to whether the changes were made before or after the contract was signed. The usual procedure is to have both parties initial or sign in the margin near each of the changes. Every party involved must either initial or sign the modifications. If negotiations involve multiple rounds, it may be advisable to revise the contract for enhanced clarity, with initialing being adequate in such instances. While letters endorsing the alterations could be considered part of the contract, this cumbersome process is frequently encountered. Typically, modifications are executed using pre-printed standard forms or approved addendas. Question number 4. Upon acceptance and communication of acceptance, an offer is considered a contract. An offer is incomplete until acceptance is communicated to all parties. At that point, the offer transforms into an executory contract if it pertains to a purchase. In a unilateral contract, a promise is exchanged for performance. Valid contracts are both binding and enforceable. The introduction of counteroffers concludes the original offer. And question number 5. The multiple listing service, the MLS, lists a number of personal property items the seller was willing to include in the sale, including the commercial stove and refrigerator, along with all other appliances. The buyer and the seller have gone back and forth over a number of items, including the price and the appliances, which were included in the first offer. The final contract did not include any appliances. In this case, the appliances belong to the seller, who may take them upon closing the property. The conclusive contract is the reference for specifying what is to be transferred, and since there is no mention of the appliances, they remain the property of the seller, who has the right to take them. All right, this was 5 questions to which we think you will see on your national PSI real estate exam. If this was helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, because we drop a new video weekly to help you pass your national PSI real estate exam.